outside the Santiago Bernabeu, and this is the crucial week, the week that leads to the derby on Saturday, where Real Madrid host Atletico de Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. We have a fan with us. What's your name?
Mahim.
Mahim, welcome to Let's Be Real. I wanted to ask you, in the course of the La Liga title race, how important is the match on Saturday?
This one is going to be very important because you're going to find who gets the La Liga first position, and it's going to be very important because afterwards, if Real Madrid doesn't win and like Atletico Madrid lose once, it's decided.
Okay.
So
It's this. Yes, it's a decider, is what you're calling, and especially Real Madrid being just 1 point behind.
yeah, exactly.
But talking about Atletico, they have had a great season so far. They were top 8 in the Champions League. They had a good run in La Liga, 14, 15 games unbeaten, winning streak. They have great players who are deciding matches. They had Griezmann, but they also added Julian Alvarez, who's getting a few late goals. How do you assess their team?
No, when they bought Julian Alvarez, that was incredible decision coming from Atletico de Madrid. But as I said, Atletico Madrid is playing great. They are doing amazing. And if this match they don't do as they are doing as far as have been doing whole season, they are gonna regret it the whole fucking year. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, yes, they could regret it, and you know the fact that Real Madrid also have a lot of injuries right now. Like probably the centre back pairing could be Tchouaméni and Asensio, because Alaba is injured again, Rudiger is injured again. Where do you see Atletico Madrid winning the game? Is it their attack, or is it the weakness that Real Madrid have right now?
I would say a mistake, not that like they have a weak defense. They have a good one, yes, but if they had like the whole complete team, they would be better. But like for example, Julian Alvarez, like on the last minutes, he can just make a little break in the defense, and that's it. That's gonna decide the match. From my point of view, that's gonna decide the match on the last minutes, or like just a little mistake from someone.
Man, yes, big game, and there's very less room for error, as you're saying. One mistake here and there, and it's just gonna make a lot of difference. But the fact that Real Madrid's attack right now, with the last 1 month, obviously they lost against Espanyol, but that was a disappointing defeat. But the attack is finally showing its true colors. Mbappe is finding form, Vinny has always been in form, and Rodrigo also is finding the chemistry between the three, supported by Jude behind the three. So where do you think are the strengths for Real Madrid?
For Real Madrid, I would say the strength is in Mbappe right now, because he's finding his place and he's knowing how to play with the team. Because these couple matches before, he was not quite fitting in the team. And I say that after this silly small break that we had a couple of months this month ago, has been improving, and like he's finding his own way to do his things. But also Jude is helping a lot. Rodrigo is crazy. He's doing a great season, and he's being very, very supportive to his team, and he's finding his way out to get some passes and maybe even an assist. Yeah, couple.
Man, definitely. Jude is, in a new role this season, but he's still doing what you expect of him. Great player that he is. And after the Atletico Madrid game, they're gonna face Manchester City in the Champions League. Now, the fact that Manchester City are not at a good spot either, they got, say, humbled by Arsenal. If you say.
No, Amsterdam was crazy. He was like 4-1? No, 5-1. Oh my goodness, I seen the last one. But Manchester City, if it goes like this, Real Madrid got it. But I don't know, Manchester City last time they played against, and you know what happened.
The famous penalty shootout at the Etihad. But do you think the fact that Man City have a lot of weaknesses, they are not in rhythm, they are not finding their form, and this Real Madrid defense is also scattered now, the fact that if Rudiger doesn't play, Alaba doesn't play, the attackers of Man City will be thinking, we could score a lot of goals, and the fact that the Real Madrid attackers would also be thinking that, we could score a lot of goals against this Man City team. What are your predictions for that?
Yeah, no, actually, if they think like, I can score, and like they're weak here, there is some missing parts, and Real Madrid thinks the same for Manchester City, they would do crazy because it's a very important game for both of them. If one of them lose, they have a easy way, more or less, to the quarters. And like, nah, that's gonna be decisive. And I would say if I had to bet in someone, I would go for Madrid. Like, Manchester City is going bad. Madrid is more or less good in La Liga. And in Champions, yes, they had a small chance to get in the top 8, but they couldn't, unfortunately. But
In the Champions League is when
they're still there. So like they have chance.
Yeah, man. The only club who always has a chance in the Champions League is Real Madrid.
Exactly.
But talking about the Atleti game again, who do you think are the players that Atleti have? You mentioned Alvarez. Is there any other player that has struck your mind saying that could damage, the Real Madrid defense or could make a difference of the game?
Oof.
There are so many that they have. The Griezmann, the Lino is finding form. Rodrigo De Paul looks decent this season, like with all the trolling and everything. Lenormand is back in defense. Or an Oblak, like always.
Oblak is always good. Like as he was playing this whole season, he's good, average. But I don't know, like 7 years ago, it was even better. But like, of course, the age affects. But I would say, for example, Griezmann is doing very well, and if he can do, I know he's getting old, yes, but the World Cup of 2018, nah, that Griezmann, if he comes on this game that he's coming, no, that would be invaluable. For example, today is playing against Getafe. Let's see how they do, and after that we can say, okay, they're doing good, or they need to improve a little on training, or like a couple more like changes, because they gotta practice with Getafe this time. I bet they're gonna win, like 90%, but we never know.
You never know, especially in a knockout competition like Copa del Rey. But before you go, Mahim, what's your prediction for the derby on Saturday? And also tell me the goal scorers, if any.
Oh, okay. Like I went to one of like last year derby with a couple of my friends, and they were playing very bad. Like I'm sorry, but they were playing very bad. That was like 4-2 or something. I'm not sure. And like they always, when they have a derby, they are quite scared because it's like derby. It's very important. I would say 3-2 for Atletico Madrid. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Madrid, but I think they would win because they are always scared, and some mistakes from the defense is gonna make them win. I would say Jude scores, Mbappe scores or assist, and then on the part of Atletico de Madrid, I would say Julian Alvarez, for sure. He's the araña. And Griezmann, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 3-2 to Atleti. Thank you, man. Thank you for talking to us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, you too, for having me.